Namaste to Namaste. Welcome to the Satsang 7th session. As all of you know, we have been doing Satsang sessions on Sundays. So first we read this Satsanga Shlokaha, which have been very beautifully explained in Neat Shataka by Bhatrahari. So I decide, yeah, Niti Gupta, you want to decide this shloka by me?
No, Bhagini, I'm not well actually. I'm down with fever, but I just want to listen.
Okay. Then,
Thank you, Bhagini.
Then I will recite. Jadyan dhiyo harati sinchati vachi satyam mano natim vishati papamapakaroti चेतः प्रसादयति दिक्षुतनोति कीर्तिम् सत्सङ्गतिः कथयति न करोति पुंसाम्. So today's let's go to our today's topic, that is Karma Yoga. First, let us do the introduction and types of Karma Yoga, and Karma Yoga in the Bhagavad Gita. Even though it is explained in many Vedic texts, in few Advaita Vedanta and all, our main focus for today's is Karma Yoga in the Bhagavad Gita. So, before going into the topic, first let us know what is Purushartha Chatushtaya, which is useful to do all karmas. Purushartha Chatushtaya, there are 4 types, as Chatushtaya means 4. It's a dharma, righteousness and moral values, artha, prosperity, economic values, kama, desires and psychological values, moksha, liberation and spiritual.
Bhagini, can you please share the presentation?
I'm sharing, right?
It's not visible, Bhagini.
Oh, really? Okay. Fine.
Now visible, Bhagini.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. These are Purushartha Chatushtaya, Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. So all these 4 Purusharthas are important, but in cases of conflict, Dharma is considered more important than Artha or Kama in Hindu philosophy. As we all know, the moksha is considered the ultimate goal of human life. Maybe through any way. Let us see the ways to attain moksha. Actually, the 4 stages of life in Hinduism is here. Brahmacharya, the celibate student, the duration is from 1 to 25 years. In that state, they learn many things which are useful for our life skills. And Grihastha Dharma, the householder, and then Vanaprastha Dharma, and then finally Sannyasa Dharma. So in this, for moksha liberation, we follow all this dharma, artha, and kama. As usual, dharma sahita artha and dharma sahita kama. All purusharthas should be considered with dharma only. And one more way is yoga. As all of you know, yoga is derived from the word yuj, that means joining. Yujyate anena iti yogaha. And there are many types of yoga. Ashtanga yoga, which says Patanjali's path of 8 practices, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara. We have seen in previous sessions. And the next one, Hatha Yoga, that is the union of sun and moon elements in the body. Mainly, Hatha Yoga focuses on purificatory techniques, asanas, pranayama, chana, etc. And Raja Yoga, this is also one more way to attain moksha. Raja Yoga emphasize meditation. And Mantra Yoga involves chanting mantras. And Kundalini Yoga, it involves focuses on awakening the Kundalini, which leads to liberation. And Bhakti Yoga, that is the path of devotion to the Almighty. And Jnana Yoga is the path of knowledge. Now let us come to our main topic, Karma Yoga. So what is karma? Can anyone say what is karma? Okay. Any action is karma. Maybe that is good or bad. But what we have to follow, we will see. Any action is karma. Agnihotra, yajnas, charity, tapas, thinking, talking, breathing, eating. Like in a normal way, these are also karmas. But what we are supposed to do, we look into the law of karma. For every cause, there is an effect, whether it is good or bad. And all actions have consequences which will affect the doer of the action at some future time. In our Hindu Sampradaya, we follow Karma Siddhanta. And the types of karma, right karma, wrong karma, and from Viveka Chudamani, we have types of karmas as Sanchita karma. Sanchita karma means they are accumulated karmas of the past. It depends on what we have did, what deeds we have did in past, that reflects in our in this janma. Sanchita is the all accumulated karmas of the past, and part of it is seen in the character of man, in his tendencies and aptitudes, capacities, maybe the inclination and desires, etc. Next, prarabdha karma. It is the portion of the past karma ready to give results, which is responsible for the present body. And this portion of the Sanchit karma, which influences human life in the present incarnation, is called prarabdha. It cannot be avoided or changed. It should happen like that. Maybe it is only exhausted by being experienced, and you pay your past debts. Prarabdha karma is that which has begun and is actually bearing fruit. It is selected out of the mass of the Sanchita karma, the karmas of the past. Next one, Kriyamana karma. Or Agami karma. Present life karmas for future results. What we do in this Janma that reflects the fruits in next Janma. So that's why we should follow dharma in this life. And Kriyamana is that karma which is now being made for the future. It is also called Agami or maybe Vartamana karma also. It's explained with a beautiful illustration. If you see the person with arrows and bow, and this is Sanchita karma. The bowman has already sent an arrow and it has left his hands. He cannot recall it. So he is about to shoot another arrow. Here, the bundle of arrows in the quiver on his back is the Sanchita karma. The arrow he has shot is prarabdha karma, and the arrow which he is about to shoot from his bow is agami karma. Maybe of all these, he has perfect control over the Sanchita and the agami, but he must surely work out his prarabdha, the past, which has begun to take effect, he has to experience. I hope you are following. According to Patanjali Yoga Sutras, there are types of karma is explained as karma, shukla, aprishna, shukla karma, krishna karma, and shukla, krishna karma, good and bad, ashukla and akrishna karma, neither good nor bad, maybe higher karma. It is supposed to be higher karma. Karma, shukla, krishna, mayoginastri vidha vitaresham. Like that Patanjali has said in Patanjali Yoga Sutras. Now let's come to the types of karma as said in the Bhagavad Gita. Actually, there is a beautiful shloka in 4th chapter, Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. Anyone can recite this shloka. Maybe anyone, one of you can recite this shloka. Unmute and recite. Lakshmi HS Bahini vadati va.
Aham vadami bhagini. कर्मणो ह्यपि बोद्धव्यम् बोद्धव्यं च विकर्मणः अकर्मणश्च बोद्धव्यं गहना कर्मणो गतिः।
धन्यवादः महोदय.
धन्यवादः.
And this is karma, and the recommended action, and vikarma, the wrong action, then the inaction, akarma, akarmanascha. And the three constituents of action is explained in another shloka, which is in 18th chapter. Aham vadami. Jnanam jneyam parijnata trividha karma chodana karanam karma karteti trividha karma sangraha. The knowledge, the object of knowledge, and the knower, these are the three factors that induce the action. The instrument of action, the act itself, and the doer, these are the three constituents of action. And it's beautifully explained in this shloka. The gunas, let us see what are the three gunas. They are satvika, rajasika, and tamasika karmas, which is also explained beautifully in this shloka. Jnanam karma cha karta cha tridhaiva guna bhedataha prochyate guna sankhyaane yathavat shrunutanyapi. Jnanam, knowledge, and karma, action, karta, the doer, are declared to be of the three kinds in Sankhya philosophy, maybe distinguished according to the three modes of material nature. And listen, and I will explain their distinctions to you. Like that, Krishna said to Arjuna. When Arjuna was confused, which yoga, maybe which way of yoga he has to follow to attain, to do actions. In Sankhya Yoga, Krishna explains Jnana Yoga, maybe those are best. So in Karma Yoga, he insists Arjuna to do karma, maybe do yuddha. So he confuses and asks which is the better way to perform actions. Then Krishna explains in Karma Yoga, and it is extended into Moksha Sannyasa Yoga also. And what is Satvika Karma, Rajasika Karma, and Tamasika Karma? Satvika Karma is selfless, and Rajasika Karma is selfish and purposeful, and Tamasika Karma is harmful. So, which one we have to follow? Obviously, Satvika Karma. Among the Satvik, Rajasic, and Tamasic karmas, the Satvik karma performed without expectations is said to be the best karma. And which is explained in the 18th Moksha Sannyasa Yoga, 23rd shloka. That's Niyatam Sangarahitam Ragadveshatah Kritam Aphalepsuna Karma Yattat Satvika Muchyate. So without expectations, we do karmas, and that is said to be the best karma. Karma which is not accompanied by a sense of doership, which is performed maybe without any attachment or aversion, without any expectations of results is called Satvika karma. Next, Rajasika karma. Yattu kametsuna karma sahankarena va punaha kriyate bahulayasam tadrajasamudahritam. Rajasika karma, which involves much strain, maybe, and which is performed by one who seeks enjoyments, are performed by an egoistic man, has been spoken of as Rajasic karma. And Tamasika karma, maybe anubandham kshayam himsam anapekshya cha paurusham mohadarabhyate karma yattattamasamuchyate. The karma which is undertaken through sheer ignorance and without regard to consequences or loss to oneself, maybe injury to others and one's own abilities, is called Tamasika karma. So, which is best? Obviously, Satvika karma among all these three. Now, according to Mimamsa Darshana, there are two types karma, mainly Vihita karma. Vihita karma is said to be prescribed karma, like Nitya karmas and Naimittika karmas and Kamya karmas, Prayashchitta karmas. Nitya karma means the daily obligatory duties, and Naimittika karma, the occasional obligatory duties like the 16 samskaras, Garbhadanam, Namakaranam, like that, all those. And Nitya karmas is a daily obligatory duties, as said before. Prata Sanja Vandanam, Agnihotram, Bhagavad Aradhanam, like that. And Nishitha karmas, prohibited karma, as stealing, consumption of liquor, all those are Nishitha karmas. We don't look into that. And Nishkama karma. What is Nishkama karma? Their actions performed without any expectations for the results. Even Mimamsa Darshana says like that, Bhagavad Gita, any text says do actions without any expectations for the results. And they are selfless and desireless and form the central core message of Karma Yoga to the path of liberation. So, what is Karma Yoga? Now we step into the topic. Karma Yoga is the yoga of desireless and selfless actions. And the Karma Yoga in the Bhagavad Gita, we see in the 3rd chapter, and the second shloka, in the second shloka of the first shloka, he asked Arjuna, Jyayasi chet karmanaste mata buddhir janardana tat king karmani ghore ma niyojayasi keshava. As I said before, he asked Krishna, why do you ask me to engage in this terrible action? He insists, maybe he insists Krishna. Then Krishna explains. The ignorant man is driven to action helplessly by the actions of the gunas, rajas, tamas, and sattva guna. Maybe by restraining the organs of action and thinking of the sense objects in mind, um, and maybe of a deluded understanding is called a hypocrite. Mithyacharasa uchyate. And maybe by controlling the senses by the mind, we engage ourselves in doing karma with the organs of action without attachment. Then only he excels, like that he explains. And in the ninth shloka, यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणो यत्र लोकोऽयं कर्म बन्धनः तदर्थं कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्तसङ्गः समाचर. The world is bound by actions other than those performed for the sake of sacrifice. So therefore, we should perform action for that sake alone, free from attachment. In every shloka, he explains do karma without attachments and without any desires. And there is a popular shloka which comes next. Maybe अन्नाद्भवन्ति भूतानि पर्जन्यादन्न सम्भवः यज्ञाद्भवति पर्जन्यः यज्ञः कर्म समुद्भवः. It's a chain of action which explains the beautiful, which gives explanation of beautifully. The chain starts from the food, it's come forth beings, and from rain, again food is produced. From sacrifices, raises rain, and sacrifices is born of action. In this shloka, so the sage who rejoices in his own self does not gain anything by doing any action. To him, the no real purpose is served by engaging in any action. So no evil can touch him as a result of inaction. He does not lose anything by being inactive. Again, the same thing explains in here also. So, यज्ञदाचरति श्रेष्ठः तत्तदेवेतरो जनः स यत् प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते. This is a famous shloka. So meaning is whatsoever a great man does, that other men also do. Maybe if he sets up a standard that the world follows. We can see examples Adi Shankaracharya and Ramanujacharya and many rishis and yogis. Even Krishna, he is a Jagat Guru. He also does action. even though it's not necessary to him to do action. As the Sapta Karmanya Vidvamsaha Yatha Kurvanti Bharata Purya Vidvams Tatha Saktaha Chikirshurloka Sangraham. As the ignorant men act from attachment to action, O Bharata, Arjuna, so should the wise act without the attachment, wishing the welfare of the world. The ignorant men are interested in, even though in karma, only the jnani, does the actions without any interest. Like that only we have to perform karmas. Magi sarvani karmani sanyasyaadhyatma chetasa nirashir nirmamo bhutva yukhyasva vigatajvaraha. We have to perform all the actions, maybe by satisfying ourselves to Jagadguru Krishna. Like that, he gives suggestion to Arjuna, do your action. By seeing this only, we can also follow. We have to do our karma only. And one more beautiful shloka is Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha Paradharmat Swanusthita Swadharme Nidhanam Shreyaha Paradharmo Bhayavaha. Maybe better is one's own duty, though devoid of merit, than the duty of another, well discharged. Better is death in one's own duty. The duty of another is fraught with fear. If any better good is not there, even though in Suguna, we should follow our own dharma. And if paradharma is and it's better than paradharma. And if you die while doing your duty, that is also is better. Like that he explains. And one more shloka in the second chapter, it's explained as Buddhi yukto jahatiha ubhe sukruta dushkrite tasmat yogaya yujyasva yoga karmasu kaushalam. By restraining the lower self by the higher self. Sorry. One who prudently practices the science of work without attachment can get rid of both good and bad reactions in this life itself. Therefore, strive for yoga, which is the art of working skillfully. A man of discrimination and dispassion who does constant and intense sadhana can conquer it quite easily. Maybe follow karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga. Which way our main goal is, the person's main goal is to attain moksha. So a person follows according to his wish. I know because of even though I had many weeks to prepare, but occupied with many activities, I couldn't do properly. I know Shamita Abhi Mahodaya. So I think I can conclude this session with Shanti Mantra. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
धन्यवाद भगिनी.
धन्यवादः.
ధన్యవాదాలు భగిని.
धन्यवादः सर्वेभ्यः.
Mahodaya, do you want to say something? Okay. Okay. ధన్యవాదాలు భగిని.
धन्यवादः.